Net first serve. Love. Ah! 30 love. $40 love. Game is gone. First game.
So I wonder what Heidi Graf is thinking, how many times she sat there, Virginia, and watched her famous daughter winning all those titles.
It must be the most agonizing thing being a mother, except you have to say that if you are a tennis mother, it wouldn't be bad to have Steffi as your daughter because she wins such a high percentage of games. But Heidi Graf has really managed to stay very philosophical about it. I was just sort of curious, thinking of experience on this court. Steffi obviously won the toss and elected to serve. That means that Venus would have chosen sides, and now the sun's gone and it doesn't affect it, but a minute ago the sun was shining brightly, and at 1 o'clock, between 1 and 2, the sun is actually quite bright in your eyes. So generally speaking, you choose the side where the sun isn't, so you get your first service game on the side, the good side. So I was just thinking Venus probably is not aware enough of that at Wimbledon, and when it's cloudy, it didn't enter her thinking. But the sun is not shining at this moment, so she's not going to have any problem with that.
Miss Williams to serve.
And we'll be ready for some big guns here.
Love 15. All. Out. 30-15.
Oh, yes.
Terrific rally early in the match.
40-15.
It's the power, though, that comes off both sides that's so devastating from Venus. Venus doing the right
40,
thing.
30.
Coming into the net. I mean, this time she's passed, but still it makes a statement.
Game is Williams. One game on.
And already the power from both women, most apparent.
Love 15. Fifteen all. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15. Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads 2-1, first set.
Well, they call her Fraulein forehand for good reason, don't they?
It's lovely today, Steffi's forehand. It's quite differently produced from Venus Williams, but today she's really getting it, whipping through. And already we've seen that she's having to cope with some awesome power from Venus Williams. But what she does so well, and what you have to be able to do on grass, is you have to be able to adapt with your hands. Steffi Graf's hands are always, I think, really her source of power. And already we've noticed on the forehand a couple of shots where she catches it late, but she just still manages to get her hand to come through.
Doesn't seem to me, Virginia, as if there are as many beads in the hair as there used to be. That was a problem for her, wasn't it, at the US Open?
Well, and it was wasn't it the Australian that she got a point taken away from her, which
Indeed.
which was a little bit picky of the umpire, but I think you're right.
No breaks, 1-2.
Love. Thirteen. 30-15.
You know, seeing a rally like that, it's so easy to take everything for granted, but they're hitting the ball so very hard and controlling it.
(40-15). Game is Williams. Two games all.
You know, it's impossible to pick that slice. At the last minute, the racket being brought round the outside of the ball.
Steffi did so well with this next forehand right there. That's a great shot. And look what she gets back as a gift. I mean, not as a gift, as a mean gift.
Oh. 15 all. Net, first serve. (15-30). (30 all).
That was an important moment. This another.
(30-40).
So the first chance to break the serve.
Deuce.
First serve in moments of crisis, full marks.
Advantage, Miss Graf. Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads 3-2, first set.
And I think, Virginia, you know, the quality of play and driving particularly is so very good that it is easy to take it for granted, isn't it?
They're both hitting the ball so well. We're thinking of playing against somebody with a huge serve, and this was on Venus's serve. She serves, look at that, and good stretch up. She serves a lovely serve out to the forehand here, and this return of Steffi's is like a whip. You admiring it, and this one, Steffi is pushed getting over there, but manages to control it and sneak one down the line, which is actually, I think, a very good shot of hers. Now, hustle, hustle, hustle. This rally kept going on a bit, and it's Venus who will get the chance to come into the net. That was the shot where Steffi's hands helped her out. So Here comes Venus. Now, Venus says that her favorite shot, strangely enough, is the overhead, and all of us really consider that it's one of her weaker shots. You can see she didn't really quite get back for that. And it was a good lob, but it was a shot that she should have made.
Net, second serve. Love
yes.
Venus has tried to throw in the kick serve, but that time it was a second serve and it was a little bit short. Steffi really moved well to that one.
15 all.
Oh, unlucky.
15-30.
Steffi seeming to adjust a little bit to the kick serve, but terrific luck there. The ball just dying.
All. $30-40.
2 net chords in a row. And a break point for Steffi, a chance for a wonderful forehand.
Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads 4-2.
So given just the one opportunity, she takes it, having saved a break point on her own previous service game.
Love 15.
Such a pity.
15 all.
Another of those hair-raising rallies, and the opportunity just missed.
$15-30. 30 all. Thirty, 40. Deuce.
Trying to break down the backhand side.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
So the aggressive Williams volley getting a second break point.
Deuce.
Just a towel required. Quite a hot day on court. A little bit humid.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
And that time making no mistake with that leap for the overhead. And a third chance.
Deuce.
The whole key in a match like this is whether you can come up with the goods on a tough point, clean as a whistle.
Advantage, Miss Graf.
This will tell you how important it was to her, that rally.
Game is Graf. New balls, please. Miss Graf leads 5-2, first set.
Well, she's done so well to defend those break points. 3 in the last game, 1 in the service game before that. When you're playing somebody like Steffi and she's able to pull these things out, does it become a factor that, you know, goodness, I'm never going to break. How am I ever going to do it?
I thought that when I looked at Venus's face when she missed the second break point, I thought she suddenly looked a little depressed and frustrated. And obviously that is one of the things that happens. You have to try so hard not to let it get to you. And that last ball which she mishit, I mean, she really looked a little bit mystified by it. Basically, it's just terrific tennis. The one thing that I'm querying Venus about, and I know that she's got good reason to do it, is she's mixing up her serve a lot and putting in a lot of kick serves, but I feel that Steffi's adjusting, beginning to read them. Now, if she starts blasting in those big serves of hers, which she might start doing, I think that she can just win so many easy points just purely by the power. It's only one service break, but it's 2-5 down.
Change of balls.
Love. All.
Steffi was flying as she hit that forehand.
$30-15. All. $40-30.
There was a very well played point by the server coming in, handling a low volley.
Cheers.
So if you look there at the bottom line left, only 22% of second serves is Williams winning. Lesson, get the first one in.
Advantage, Miss Graf.
And wonderful counter hitting by Graf, forced the error. Set point.
Deuce. Advantage, Miss Graf.
Ooh, that was close.
Steffi doing well to throw up some lobs. That one wasn't that deep. A little lucky to have Venus miss it by a hair. Second break point, set point.
Game of first set, Miss Graf, 6 games to 2.
And the sustained applause for that 32-minute set, 33 minutes now, of the highest quality. Some of the
Second
driving,
set.
quite spectacular. So 6-2, second set, Graf to serve.
Love. All. Net first serve. Oh. 30-15. Oh. 40-15.
Clever use of angle there by Graf, dragging Williams really wide, which is perhaps where she is most vulnerable.
Game is Graf. First game, second set. First set, Miss Graf.
Virginia, she's serving so well as playing those ground strokes with great power.
Well, Steffi, I think, is right in a zone at the moment. You remember when she played so well in Paris in the final against Hingis, and she went through a stage where it just looked as if winners from the baseline.
Time.
It's curious that, isn't it? We're always saying, you know, she makes such wonderful openings. Why doesn't she take advantage of them by coming in? She doesn't need to.
In this particular match, I don't think she does need to, because Venus has got so much power. She keeps the ball low. It's always been against people who retrieve well and lift the ball that you think Steffi should finish the point off that way. Venus still has yet to really hit her stride in this match.
Love 1 second set.
Fifteen love.
A string of great forehands from Steffi, which just makes me think that she's being allowed to see too many forehands.
Thirty, 15. Forty, 15. Game, Miss Williams. One game all.
So, a very necessary morale booster there. Remember, she'd lost 5 games in a row. Lovely tennis.
Venus volleys well.
Love 15.
Steffi chose to take that on her backhand. I was sort of surprised. I thought she could have scampered round and hit it on the forehand. And the volley is just too well played.
Fifteen all. Fifteen, 30.
Taken by surprise there.
30 all. (30-40).
So terrific defence there from Williams, and it's worthy of a break point.
Juice.
Just cannot make that extra point. 5 now she's had.
And that one was an error from her. Steffi has played extremely well on the big points.
Advantage, Miss Graf.
Oh, that's brilliant.
You just thought that
Yes.
this was the wrong place to put this because Venus is so fast and she's got such a good reach. She hits the ball well on the run to the forehand. Wonderful, wonderful pass from her.
Net. First serve. Advantage, Miss Graf.
Can't quite string them together.
Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads 2-1 second set and by 1 set to love.
Steffi Graf really handling the emergencies well. Many fewer errors than Venus Williams, and frustrating Venus both with the big forehand of hers, which has been superb today, but also with the heavy-duty slice. And what I've liked about her backhand slice, John, is that she just is keeping it deep up the middle of the court. Nothing much you can do with it.
Time.
A little bit of sustenance she's taken. to Steffi. And the crowd here now really warming to these two. It's been the most wonderful exhibition of controlled power from the back of the court from both of them, but Williams just breaking down rather too often.
Love.
And I think this is quite a revealing statistic today, because she's had a few opportunities and then just not been able quite to take them through errors, Williams.
All. .30.
And Steffi still returning serve so well. She has not missed a return on a second serve. That's quite remarkable.
All.
You knew that would happen, but that's the second serve that she's missed.
It was exactly 100% before that shot.
Just
30, 40.
Watch Steffi after she hits this ball. She's jumping up and down with glee. What a fabulous shot.
Juice.
Ah, well played.
Advantage.
It's
Miss
another
Williams.
beautiful top spin from Steffi, but this one's a little bit high, and Venus has learnt from the previous one and was ready to intercept that.
Net for serve.
Wonderful
Yes,
touch.
Williams. 2 games all.
Well, this is vintage stuff, it really is, and finding the way to the net a couple of times there. And here's a man who knows a bit about fitness, Glenn Hoddle there, in the middle of your picture. And at the right, Bernard Gallagher there, a little further to the left. The 1950 champion is there too, Budge Petty. So a lot of distinguished folk here today.
15 love. 15 all.
Wasn't a bad serve,
15-30.
but it stood up a touch, and that is what happens when Venus gets a chance to nail a return.
Incredible rally.
15-40.
And the recovery shots from Williams were so deep. I think Graf thought she'd hit 2 winners there. 2 break points together.
(30-40).
It's been the story of Steffi Graf so far, recovering when she's in trouble, but this time she's got 2 consecutive break points to defend, and there's some spits of rain coming down.
Game is Williams. Miss Williams leads 3-2, second set, first set, Miss Graf.
So up the 7th
Ladies
time
and
of
gentlemen,
asking.
play is suspended.
Play suspended, but the 7th break point it was, on which Venus Williams broke for the first time today, and that'll restore her spirits as they move off to the locker room. And the good folk here determined to stay it out.
Miss Williams to serve. Out. 15 love.
So after a gap of some 63 minutes, a good start for the lady who's just broken the Graf serve.
Thirty love. Forty love. (40-15).
And both have rediscovered their timing immediately.
40-30. Correction, replay the point.
An overall by Leanne White, which surprises, shocks even, Steffi Graf.
But it seemed that the overall came after there was some chalk that came up or paint that came up.
You saw it clearly?
Quite right, Leanne White. Right on the line it was. Good overall.
40-30. Miss Williams leads 4-2.
A lot of muttering going on there, but Leanne White absolutely correct in that overall. The service break has been consolidated. 2-4.
Love. All. $15.30.
So the shine for the moment has just gone off her forehand, which is quite serious.
$15.40. $30.40.
This time, Steffi Graf gets her own back. This ball looks as if it's going to go out, but it lands right smack on the back of the line.
Cheers.
And a hugely important point psychologically, a great battle of wills going on here.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
Tremendous aggression there from Williams.
Game, Miss Williams. Miss Williams leads 5 games to 2, second set. First set, Miss Graf.
Well, Desmond, really, this has been the most wonderful resumption. Remember, it was 3-2 when we were last here. Williams held her serve for 4-2 and has just broken. Graf now leads 5-3, but there was a very controversial point with Graf at the far end, and I think, Virginia, we ought to see it again. Here it is.
Well, Venus had been 40 love up on this game, and now it was 40-30, so it was called out. Steffi doesn't really hit it properly, and the umpire overrules it. And Steffi was very annoyed at that overrule. She thought it was clearly out. The replay thinks that the replay makes us think that it was clearly in, and it stood as in, and then Venus won the game. And it's just like the first set, only a little bit of the reverse. Venus has just won 4 games in a row from 2-all, and it was Steffi Graf in the first set who won 4 games in a row to close that set out. Or it's actually 4 games from 2-1 to Graf. Venus getting better all the time.
Serving to make it once at all.
Love.
And since the resumption, the forehand has been a little bit wayward, a few errors.
Oh! 15-all. $15.30.
Well, it would be a pity if she were to waver here. Her first double fault.
$15.40.
So perhaps the prospect of levelling matches against such an illustrious opponent is getting to her.
Game is Graf. New balls, please. Miss Williams leads 5 games to 3. Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to the players, could you please switch off your mobile telephones? Thank you.
Though perhaps not that serious in that she was 2 breaks ahead. She's still with the serving advantage when next she serves for the set, unless of course she can break here.
Venus has been hitting wonderful
Love 15.
power and a lot to Steffi's forehand, but she just seems to be generating more and more.
Net first serve.
Oh, that is glorious. Over the high part of the net.
Love 30.
This is the hardest thing to cope with against Venus because on the run she hits the down the line shot so well. Steffi's chance.
30.
Oh, she's missed. That was careless.
15-40.
2 set points.
$30-40.
Yes, 1 set all.
In the second set, Miss Williams, 6 games to 3. 1-7.
So Virginia, after an hour and 9 minutes of actual play, 1 set all, and still leaden skies overhead, I'm afraid. Let's hope we don't get any more rain. But what a wonderful series of games she's played, getting better and better at guessing where the Graf fast drives are going. Some of her recovery shots, remarkable.
Absolutely tremendous. John, what she does so well when she's running wide is she has these tremendously long legs and long arms, so she's got a great range. She's 4 inches taller than Steffi, but if you add that to the long arms and legs, I think it probably adds up to a bit more. But she stabilizes herself so well before she tees off on especially the down the line forehand. So it's very difficult to know how to play her both sides. She thumps the ball a ton.
Well, that's what was forecast, I'm afraid, the threat of further rain.
Final set.
Set all, Williams to open the final set.
$15 love. $30 love.
Silently they sit and suffer.
$40 love. Net first serve.
Spots of rain, I see.
Game is Williams. First game, final set.
Well, this is a wonderful performance from Venus Williams, who was being outplayed basically for a set, but has turned it round. And here's the man with all the worries. One eye on the court and the other on the sky.
Well, I'm sure they would rather carry on, but it's just in between, isn't it? The courts get slick so quickly. But John, you know, right at the beginning of the match, I was saying that Venus Williams seemed to be endeavoring to mix up a serve, and she was throwing in a lot of spin serves, and I was wondering about that. I was thinking, why doesn't she pull out her big gun, and even if she misses a few...
Ladies and gentlemen, play is suspended.
That's it.
Well, all too familiar, these scenes, I'm afraid. We'll see how quickly the team can do their job. There was a lovely moment the other day when John McEnroe was nearly swept under the court cover on court one. We thought we were going to lose him. But what a sad sight this is. And such a wonderful, wonderful tennis match.
Miss Graf to serve. Love.
First ball in after the gap of an hour and a half.
Out. 30 love. Love.
Well, probably feeling a bit better about life. She lost her previous 3 service games before they left the court.
Oh.
Well, very late call.
Game is well. One game all.
So starting this third stanza very well, Steffi Graf. Seems to have regrouped.
Love 15. All.
Strikes me that she's decided in the game, probably talking to Heinz Guntard, really to go for a forehand again. It became a bit iffy in the last period.
30-15.
That slice backhand of Venus looked as if it was never going to creep over the net.
All.
One feels a bit sorry for Venus Williams because she created the momentum at the time of the last break.
$30. Miss Williams leads 2-1, final set.
And after a slow start on the resumption, it seems to me, Virginia, that one rally has brought her back into contention.
Just seeing Venus breathing a little bit more deeply there shows that she had to run around a bit. The forehand down the line is ever such a great shot. Steffi tries to slice heavier and more heavily. Look at this one. This next one is so low. But now she couldn't quite release on that forehand, and that basically cost her the advantage on the point. And now it's all over. Every now and then you just see the balls flashing off Venus's racket, and she's a little bit more willing to go for her shots when she gets tense than Steffi is. Great picture, that. Venus in full flight. She moves forward so well.
I thought, Virginia, that Graf had started so fast. See if she can keep the momentum going that she created in her last service game.
Love.
I hardly dare mention it, but I think it's drizzling again.
All.
Very anxious Alan Mills and groundsman there, Eddie Seward, surveying the weather above. It is drizzling. 15 all.
A series of remarkably good shots. Unfortunately, the point ended with the merest miss. This is the shot she hit so well on the run. Just jerked a touch on that.
What a pity. Such wonderful tennis. That last rally. Hardly credible the way they're hitting the ball at such pace and moving so fast. And all interrupted once again. She'll call them all to order. So just to remind you, 40-15, Graf, 1-2
40-15.
in the final set.
Game is called. Two games all.
Resuming where they left off. Great power, great accuracy.
Net first serve. Love.
Wonderful applause for this rally. The ball's coming so hard and so deep. Venus doing so well to scoop them up. Took a little guts to produce that little drop volley.
Yes, well played.
All.
Well, Graf, I feel, missed a chance there because the serve was so very short. She could well have come in behind it, behind a return.
Cheers.
Venus using the slice serve there to
Advantage
good
Miss
effect,
Williams.
gets an easy ball, and this is her favorite shot.
Oh, wonderful rally.
You can see Steffi is trying to do some different things here, but the whole rally was absolutely sensational. It looked as if she would go to the open court. What a brilliant volley. Every point filled with great shots.
Advantage Miss Graf.
So a forced error, really, the power of that drive, forcing the error from Williams. And a break point. Oh,
Miss Graf leads 3 games to 2, final set.
and Virginia, the intensity out there is just remarkable.
And the fabulous tennis. I mean, it's just absolutely remarkable that these two have not missed a beat. Every time they've come back onto the court, they've just left, regained where they left off. Tremendous pace, accuracy. Let's have a look at this last point. Steffi, that whip return. She's been trying to hit some shorter angles on the forehand side. If she hasn't been hitting her favorite slightly inside-out shot, but there's the forehand cross court. Now we're going to hit one of her classic slices. Court is staying a tiny bit lower than it was, but I was just thinking how well Venus picked that up because it was a low bounce. And finally, Steffi has one more shot in her pocket than Venus.
And Venus striving this year to go one better than last when it was Novotná who beat her in this very round.
Love. 15 all. Net first serve.
Nasty fall. Went down heavily on her knee.
15-30.
It was an interesting rally altogether. It's Venus who has been very good at the net, but she moves the wrong way there and has to change direction. Steffi had a chance to pass her on that.
All.
She's the sort of player who does get a lot of let balls because she hits so low over the net, particularly the slice backhand. Well, now the unexpected nature of that drop shot was the
40-30.
Was the shot of a true champion, pulling it out from somewhere, from deep in the memory bank. Of course, remembering that her opponent had slipped. It's a very smart move.
Juice.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Venus has such a terrific return of serve. But
Advantage,
the
Miss
volley
Williams.
has been excellent as well. She's so intimidating on the return of serve.
Juice.
And when she'd lost earlier in the day to Lindsay Davenport, the reigning champion, Jana Novotná told Sue Barker that she felt that the winner of this quarter-final you're watching might well take the title this year. On this standard we're seeing now, she could be right.
Advantage, Miss Williams. Deuce.
And the agonized look, absolutely understandable. She created the opening. Oracene, mum there, left of your picture. And that's her sister there too.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
A third break point in a row.
Deuce.
Venus keeps putting pressure on Steffi by trying to come into the net. Didn't manage at that time. Gasping at every shot. There is an opening down there.
Advantage, Miss Graf.
With the long arm of Venus, though, it was not much of an opening to pass her.
Game is gone. Miss Graf leads 4 games to 2.
So quite breathtaking tennis we're seeing here.
Fifteen love. Love. $30-15.
And certainly the luck in terms of net chords favouring Steffi Graf at the moment.
Actually
40-15.
a clever late lob, a shallow one that can be awkward, but look at the leap from Venus. Wonderful.
Game is Williams. Miss Graf leads 4 games to 3, final set.
And Virginia, when they walked out here today, you know, I felt Steffi had something to prove, having lost the last 2 occasions they've met, and both this year after beating Williams at the very start of the year. So where better than on her own stage, where she's won the title 7 times, and now she has the chance to do it.
Well, she certainly has, except that, you know, it's only a couple of minutes since she was involved in that long service game, her previous service game, when she was 3 break points down. Venus a little bit unlucky not to convert those breaks. But I do agree with you, John. Centre court has been so kind to Steffi Graf. Or let's say that she is such a brilliant player that she has dominated it to such an extent. So that experience helps, and she's earned the respect of the crowd. As in Paris, when the crowd made such a huge contributing factor in a final against Hingis. Listen to it here. It's just 1 service break ahead in this final set. 4-3.
Love.
Incredible speed around the court. She really deserved to win this one. She hits it perfectly. Oh, how much closer could it have been?
Love. Game is Graf. New balls, please.
And with this pulverizing
Miss Graf
forehand
leads 5 games to 3.
deep into the corner, she puts herself within 4 points of a 10th semi-final at Wimbledon. New balls, 3-5.
Love. All. Ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder, please, no flash photography during play. Thank you. (30-15). 40-30. Miss Graf leads 5 games to 4, final set.
And as Graf will find, I think not over yet with Williams in this mood, but how well she turned the tables in this rally, Virginia.
Oh, look at this rally, the power there. She does well to get that. Steffi Graf is hanging in for dear life at this stage. Now she's got herself back a little bit more in the rally, but here's a great shot. Look at this one. How does Steffi Graf get there? How does she make a winning lob? I've never seen her hit this many lobs in a match. Didn't know she could do it. Magnificent.
And they've both lifted themselves to a new dimension, really, in this wonderful match. Now listen to this as Steffi goes back to prepare to serve the match.
Block 15. All. Fifteen 30.
Well, by such tiny margins of matches won and lost, that just over the baseline.
Net first serve. Thank you.
This point for the match.
Thank you.